Morning, everybody. Welcome back to Coffee and Lore. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I am so excited to be here. I have my 2 shots of espresso and my protein shake. So I'm getting caffeinated and I am ready to jump into this discussion about Tracy Wolff's The Crave series. So huge fan. I really enjoyed it. I will let you know that Crave, the first book, was suggested to me for about a year on my Kindle. If you read a lot on your Kindle, it will start suggesting books to you. It'll be like books you may like, and then it'll list a bunch of them. And Crave was on there for like a year or so, till I finally purchased it. And I was like, you know what, if I'm disappointed by it, oh well, it was an $8 or $9 book, right? Let me tell you guys, I was not disappointed. I went back and bought all of the books, only to be disappointed to find out the 4th one isn't out yet. I would have never started this series if I knew they weren't out yet, like all of them. Because I am a binge reader, you guys know that. I'll read a book in a day. And I was just flipping through the books, going so quickly. I got to book 3, I started it, I went to buy book 4, and it said available September, whatever, the final chapter. And I was like, no. Oh, I hate it, because now I finished the first 3 books, and I have to wait like months for the 4th book to finish the story. I digress. It's an amazing story, if you can get past the first book. So, if you Google The Crave series by Tracy Wolff, I'm going to put in this title that there's going to be spoilers in this one, because it's really hard to talk about all 3 of these books without spoilers. So, there are going to be some spoilers in this video. You know, I don't like to go too in detail, but there are some things that happen pretty quickly that they're going to be things that you would have seen if you Googled the series anyways. They're not major spoilers, but still. I'm putting a spoiler tag in this video because I don't want anyone to be like, you spoiled the books for me. There's some things I have to talk about. Okay, so in these books you have 4 main characters. You've got Macy, Grace. Grace is like your main female character, okay? Her parents have just died in a horrible car accident and she's sent to Alaska at Katmere Academy, where her uncle is the headmaster, okay? Flint, who is your all-around good guy, everybody's like best friend, just jockey kind of guy. And Jackson Vega, who is like the bad boy of the school. And if you Google the Crave series, you're going to get the Twilight references right away, okay? Because any book about vampires and they're younger, which they're like 17, 18 years old in this series, is going to get a Twilight reference. Like, it's just going to. Which I hate, because Twilight, the books were good for what they were, as well as I don't think that all YA vampire-esque stuff should be boxed into that. Like, there's no reason for it. You can like young adult vampire stuff and not like Twilight. You can like other stuff. So yeah. I don't like labels like that. Oh, it's very Twilight. Just because I liked Twilight, the books, and not everything that's about vampires is Twilight-y. Okay? So, you have Grace, who is the human in the beginning. She does find out later on, here's where the spoilers are going to come in, that she's actually a gargoyle. The first in a very long time. Then you have Jackson, who's a vampire. He is pretty much the prince vampire. His parents are on the like court, the vampire king and queen, and yeah, that becomes a huge deal later on in the books. Macy is a witch. She is her cousin. She's Grace's cousin. She's her roommate, best friend, confidant, and she's a witch, as well as her uncle, who's the headmaster. He's a witch as well. Well, a warlock is what you would call a male witch. And then Flint is a dragon, which is really cool because I had not seen human to dragon type stuff a whole lot in a lot of books that I've read. So the way that she kind of described things is really cool. And one of my favorite parts of the book comes in Yeah, it had to have been book 3. Their books, all 3 kind of ran together because I read them so quickly. But in book 3, they go to the Dragon Court for a horde festival. It was one of my favorite parts of the book. The way she describes everything, the dragons all, like the main dragon office is in New York City. And the way that she describes everything and the festival, it was amazing. Amazing. I loved all the detail that she went into the different lores, like the dragon boneyard, the bloodstone, like the heartstone of a dragon. There's so much lore in these books that she does, but she doesn't like overwhelm you with it. Like, she doesn't go on forever with the lore. She gives you bits and pieces and snippets and says, this is something important, remember it. And yeah, so by book 2, there is another main character, Hudson Vega, who is Jackson's brother. Spoiler alert, if you read the first book, you're gonna be like, what? Hudson Vega? Okay. Hudson Vega basically was the bad guy. Jackson killed him, but he comes back. There's a bunch of stuff to do with Grace. Really, really, really well done. And honestly, I loved Grace and Jackson in the first book. Until Hudson came into the books. And then Hudson became one of my favorite characters. So, yeah. It's a lot going on. A lot of drama. A lot of figuring yourself out. But excellently done. I really, really, really enjoyed the Crave series. The 3 books that are out, like I said, the 4th book is not out yet. I am waiting. The Court, it is called. I am waiting on pins and needles for September. Really hoping for some reason it gets an early release because waiting till September sucks. But I'm excited for it. I love the series. Highly recommend it. If you like young adult, if you like vampire type stuff, if you like any sort of Vampire Diaries, honestly, Shadowhunters, anything with supernatural in it. This series was really, really good. I enjoyed it. It's kind of like got iffy reviews on Good Books or Goodreads. I always want to call it Good Books. Goodreads and other sites that I go to for book reviews. But I'm going to tell you right now, it was thumbs up from me. If you give it an honest try and you get past the first half of the first book, double thumbs up. Really enjoyed it. The Crave series by Tracy Wolff. So what else is going on? I read another series this week, so you guys are going to get a video on Wednesday. That's another review. I'm thinking about doing because draft night is this coming Thursday. So I'm thinking about doing because you guys know I'm doing the Weight Watchers, and I've been really successful on it so far. Thinking about doing a Weight Watchers friendly draft snacks video. So we'll see if I get that stuck in this week. It is already Tuesday, and Thursday is 2 days away. So we'll see if I get to it or not. But I hope I get to it because I think that'd be a fun little video for you guys. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for helping me grow my channel. If you have not liked, subscribed, commented, please do so. It means so much to me. It is my favorite part of the week when I sit down with my camera and say, okay, I'm going to film some footage for them. Like, it is really my favorite. Because it's something that I'm passionate about. Books, cooking, being a mom, doing mom things. I'm passionate about it. So I enjoy doing it. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I will see you guys on Wednesday with another review. And you guys have a great rest of your day.